Have you ever dropped a baby? Holy shit, do people overreact.
I've wanted to be a parent for a very long time, and it is such a tremendous experience. And I feel like Stephanie and I are doing a great job. I really do. And I do, but I also feel like it would be reasonable if somebody had called Child Protective Services a couple of times. A couple of times, you know, it happens. You have a rough day or a weird day. No, when Max and Finn were just a couple of months old, we were so amused because people would come over to meet the babies, and what we would do is we'd prop them up with our hands underneath their armpits, and then we'd just say, yep, they're pretty much walking, and then we'd let go, and then their little noodle legs would buckle, and then we'd catch them half an inch before they hit the ground. Oh, is that a treat? If you have a baby, I highly recommend trying this out. If you don't have a baby but know someone with a baby, ask to borrow the baby. Nobody will regret this. The baby's clueless, just like, meh. They're just a blob. And you catch it. That's the key. You have to catch them. You can't just let the little blobs fall, because that's when there's true trouble.
You drop a baby in America today, I swear, people hit the roof before the baby even touches the floor. And it's not a big deal. How do I know? Because I do it all the time. In fact, I don't think I've ever held a baby to completion. And you might be thinking, Anthony, how could you drop a baby? You ever held a baby? How could you not? It's so easy. It's a two-step process, maybe less. Should you ask Anthony, why would anyone ever let you hold their baby? The answer is simple: negligence. I love it. It's a hobby. The only negative, the only drawback as far as I'm concerned, the embarrassment. People try to shame you when you drop their baby, even though I almost always make it look like an accident. That's why this is so great. You ever do this? You ever drop a baby and then scoop it right back up before anybody sees you? No shit. Best feeling in the world. You just hand the baby back and no one is the wiser. Especially not that baby. Happened to me just last weekend. I was at a party. One of my friends came up and said, Anthony, I gotta go to the bathroom. Will you hold my baby? And I tell the truth. I'm always 100% honest. I say, yeah, for a little bit. Held that baby 30, 45 seconds, a personal best. dropped the baby. Scooped it right back up before anybody saw me. And it was close, too. Had to run down 3 flights of stairs.